Well, everyone, we're back at another Sunday, and that means another episode of the Mod Showcase. Welcome, everyone. In case if you're new here, this is our little time that we actually showcase the mods that have released this week on the Nexus. Of course, the Nexus is where you can find all Planet Zoo mods. Please only use the Nexus, because that's the only place where we officially upload our stuff. In addition to that, mods are not officially endorsed by Frontier. I know, it's so sad. When you do mod at the risk of breaking your own game, but if you follow all the instructions laid out by mod creators, as well as me, I have a funky little tutorial on that, you guys will be modding in no time. But all that being said, we have a lot of awesome mods to check out today. We're going to start right off with all the remasters, as we've seemingly been doing for the past few weeks. Of course, Axie remasters have been figured out, and that means that we no longer have to replace files. Instead, we can actually just drop these in like a normal mod, just like your new species mods. Excuse me, sir, please get out of the way. I'm gonna have to move now. But of course, this means that we get a lot more different things, such as UI changes and stuff like that. So of course, this means that we can finally properly display these in here. And this one is, of course, the American Bison by Narwhaler. It's a lot brighter and a lot more colorful, and I just think that is the bee's knees. They look incredible now. Love that stuff. Moving on through here, we also have the Bongo Remaster. Of course, the Bongo is one of our favorite Artiodactyls from Africa. They're extremely colorful, and I love these guys so much. They even have this very interesting ridge happening back there that I think looks extremely well on these guys. And yeah, Narwhaler did such a great job at remastering this, along with some really incredible help from Monsoon and Bongo Hardwood, both giving excellent pointers. So I have to give a quick shout out to those two as well. Really awesome creators over there, but look how beautiful this man's is. Oh my gosh, he looks so shiny now. Moving on through here, though, we also have the Bactrian Camel Remaster. This is pretty much like a boys one. Of course, this one, you'd no longer need to install separate files for the different variants. Instead, it's all done through the FGMs. And what FGMs technically is, think about it as genetics, like the little phenotypes that you get. You can see that this one is a lot more bronze-ish, maybe a little bit more rust-colored. Meanwhile, this one is a little bit more pale. If I keep on spawning some more in, you'll kind of get the idea. There's some cream variants, and there's some different variants as well. A lot of really awesome stuff in there, so I really do suggest you guys try that out for yourselves. Really beautiful remaster. Always do love to see these guys get remastered. Now we're just missing one. We're just missing one camelid, actually. We're just missing the wild Bactrian camel, so hopefully later down the line we could actually get one of those. Maybe I'll do it, maybe someone will do it, I'm not really sure, but that'd be a really awesome thing to have. But yeah, check that out. We also have easily the most necessary one, the Malayan Tapir Remaster. This one essentially just fixes the body shape, a little bit of the textures, and even gets rid of that Baird's tapir mole over there, and even makes their trunk a little bit more pronounced, as they should be. I know a lot of you guys may have been around since the Southeast Asia pack came out, and you guys may remember the controversy around that and the Malayan Tapir. I remember one of my favorite memes out there is of one of the Frontier development teams having like Nick's skinning tutorial, like his basic skinning tutorial up, when they're like making the Malayan Tapir. I don't know, it was just very funny. Either way, this one absolutely and perfectedly remasters it, so it's really great to see that. Always happy to see that jazz come into play. But moving on through here, I know so many of you guys love the new species, and of course I do too. That's why I keep making them. Please guys, I'm addicted, I can't stop. And of course, I've been loving my bunnies recently, and this one in particular is probably going to be the biggest one that we'll have. This is, of course, a giant Flemish rabbit, a rabbit breed, originally domesticated in Europe, and you know what? These guys are fantastic. I made these for my good buddy Brody, hope he enjoys these all too much. Especially for ZSU, when all of us did get a bunch of rabbits. I think that's pretty swell right there. But yeah, these guys are really adorable, and they even have juvenile scaling. So if we check out the juvenile over here, you can see, oh, that is the water, never mind. You can see that the juveniles if I pause the game really quick, they're a little bit tinier than the adults right here, but as they grow, they will kind of grow exponentially larger over time, which is really great to see. I have that included in all of my mods now, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled out for that kind of stuff when we actually do get there. Another thing that I also have is a Swissenine goat. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly because I don't know how to pronounce that word. But either way, these guys are fantastic. I was able to port the Jurassic World Evolution goat into here, and I did a lot of work on it myself just to really help it feel a lot better in-game. And you know what? It's really great because this means we have a much better base for goat mods in the future. And I'm already going to be remastering my goats with this base. But this is a very simple goat breed. It's very much your classic kind of dairy goat. Of course, these guys are predominantly used in the dairy industry. But yeah, these guys are just really cool. I love their little beards too. So a big shout out to Frontier for that. And also big shout out to me. Listen, I gotta pat myself on the back sometimes. Listen, this ego doesn't get as big as it does without a little bit of self-love. But yeah, these guys are incredible. And unfortunately, I did have to take the females out because I was having some issues with some crashing. Unfortunately, one of these mods does crash when babies are born. As far as I know, I'm not really sure which one it is, but if you guys do test it out on yourselves, let me know. You guys can always report bugs on the Nexus, which always does help us create more higher quality mods. So be sure to give that a little good old Irish try over there and let us know. But these guys are really cool. The females also have udders, which is great to have, finally. So that's great right there. And keep in mind, I will be remastering all my other goats later down the line in the future. But looking over here, this is easily one of my favorite mods that I have ever done, without question. This is the white-nosed Kawati. Otherwise known as the Kawati Mundi, these guys are a silly little raccoon-like creature from South America and Central America, and they're so freaking adorable. Can I just say, this was easily one of my best texture jobs I have ever done, and I was not expecting it to look this good. Oh my gosh, I'm blown away with myself with how incredible I was able to get this. But listen, I'm sorry, I gotta build up my confidence a little bit more. Sometimes I just gotta talk good about myself, guys. Oftentimes, you know, I don't really, but you know what, totally fine, because check these guys out! Now, of course, these guys are very common in North American zoos, as well as some European zoos. I know they're currently kind of banned from breeding and, you know, trading over in Europe. As far as I know, I could be entirely wrong on that. If you guys know a lot better than me, please let me know in the comments down below. But either way, these guys are just really incredible creatures. Plus, I gave them interspecies enrichment, which I always love to do, so they have like all your classic South American animals on there. I always love doing that kind of stuff, and I have that included in a lot of my mods. But that is the little Kawati right there. Then we're moving on to Jen over here. Oh my gosh, literally back to bring us a beautiful little peccary. This is, of course, the Chicoan peccary. These guys are absolutely adorable. Again, these guys have interspecies enrichment with a few animals over here, but look at these guys. In case if you guys are building South American sections, I know these guys are getting pretty common in CSU as well. These guys are absolutely perfect for you, so definitely do recommend you guys checking this out. I'm gonna see if I could work with her to see if we could remaster the other peccary that we have out, the white-nosed peccary, white bearded, white-necked, I don't even know. Either way, I'm gonna work with her on that, but either way, this is still a beautiful peccary nonetheless. Check these guys out. They're so freaking adorable. They're so chunky too. Look at him. Look at his cute little face. Oh my gosh. Alright, now moving on through here really quick this time around. This is our endorsement checkpoint. You know what? I'm skipping the drink today. I had a little bit too much before this. I'm kidding, of course. Of course, this is our endorsement checkpoint. When you do endorse mods on Nexus, it always does help out the creator. Whether it's a new mod or an old mod, it really goes a long way in getting the creator a lot more recognized, especially for our smaller creators. It really does help them out a lot, and it really does help to speak to the quality of the mod. So I always suggest that you guys give this a little try, hit that little thumbs up, I apologize for the sound going in and out over there. I'm just going to unplug my external hard drive. But no, I really do suggest you guys endorse your mods if you do like them. Even if you don't like them, endorse all mine. But still, nonetheless, that is something I always recommend you guys do. I do that after every single mod showcase. So always do give that a try. But moving on through here, we have a bit of a smaller fella in a big habitat. So forgive me for spending a little bit of time trying to find this guy. And of course, this is Miguel, our red-rumped agouti. You guys may be saying, Leaf, you've already showed off the agouti before. Well, I'll tell you what, you haven't seen this version of it. I kind of remastered it a little bit, not really the texture per se, but a lot of the animations, the rigging, and even a lot of the fur quality on here. It is so much better than it was before, and you can even see right there, it moves 10 times better. Obviously, we will never have a perfect rig for an animal that we don't really have in the base game. A lot of the times, even the animals in-game really aren't the best in terms of their movement. But still, I am so happy to see that this oh my gosh, agouti looks so much better. I did use the Juvenile Capybara? Yes, Capybara. So these guys, of course, can swim a little bit better. They even deep dive, so be sure to have a little bit of, precautions when you do have deep water in an exhibit. These guys may end up going in there, but still, these guys are so incredible, and I love them so much. Of course, I updated all the other 9 agoutis as well, so do keep that in mind. So in case if you guys do want to play with the Koiban agouti, or the Rutan Island agouti, they are all updated. In fact, if we even go to our Zoopedia over here and we search up agouti, you can see all of them are in here, and I just think that's super fun. Just having all of them in there, it's really great to have. Look at all my mods. Look at all this. This is really great to have. Now making our way throughout here, we have one last remaster. This one is, of course, the North American River Otter. Of course, remastered by Jen. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy she came back to do this. But yeah, this guy is so freaking cute. Look at him now. Look at his big chunky head. I really do love him. But yeah, this of course uses the Asian small clawed otter rig instead of the giant otter rig. So it moves a lot better for a smaller otter of these proportions. And yeah, it's just so much better now. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about it. But yeah, of course, if you guys do want a new otter, these guys are right there for you. I think we may even have a baby in here, and I do want to show off how tiny these guys are because they're so freaking cute. I actually don't see any babies in here. What a shame. Anyways, these guys are really great to have. It is currently the most downloaded animal on Nexus, so definitely do keep that up. It makes me very proud dad moment right over there. But yes, of course, this is the North American River Otter. But we're not done with the aquatics just yet. We have to go down below into the sea to find our next one. I hate how they're always on like the edge, but you know what? Still, it shows it off pretty well. This is the giant oceanic manta ray, and if I could actually take this water and make it a lot more transparent, you guys can see just how beautiful these creatures are. Of course, the manta ray is based off of the penguin now, because Buffsu and Giorno Pizza have been working extremely hard to always upgrade the quality and, like, you know, the consistency of aquatic mods, and it looks and feels so incredible now. I'm gonna get rid of this little divot right here. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. I'm really hoping it doesn't. Awesome. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see it a little bit better in here. I'm gonna try and focus on it. Yeah! But this one is, of course, done for the Aquarium Pack. The model and texture is, of course, by Jen. Look at that. It's so menacing from the top and from down below, too. So, yes, this is, of course, part of the Aquarium Pack. The Aquarium Pack essentially sets out to kind of include all of the Zoo Tycoon 1 and 2 Marine Mania animals, as well as any extra ones that may be out there, in one big pack. And they're releasing part by part, you know, animal by animal. So already a lot of the fish are out, and some cetaceans are out, I think. But still, we're still working on trying to perfect everything in order to get everything to be the highest quality possible. So, of course, these guys are banging right now. I love them. But that kind of brings us to a close for our entire mod showcase for today. I do want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. As always, it is appreciated if you guys do leave a little like, leave a comment even if you can, and maybe even consider subscribing, because I have these every single week, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Of course, let me know your favorite mod in the comments down below. There's so many awesome ones this week. I'm sorry, listen, my therapist told me to love myself a little bit more, so I'm gonna love my products more. I love the white-nosed Kawati the most. Let me know what you guys like the most from this week, and I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Bye-bye now.